The last question I have is, in your opinion, is Eagle Mountain City doing enough to preserve open space and the wildlife corridor? If not, what else can the city and the residents do?
Well, I think we have the desire. I think that's the good starting point. But we can always be doing more. The wildlife corridor is very important to our city. As we've worked recently on redefining our vision statement, our mission statement, and the city's identity, the rural feel of Eagle Mountain and the open space that we have here and the wildlife that we have here are a very important part of that identity. I know for me, I love the fact that you can hike up a mountain just a few steps away from your back door, and that you can really feel like you're getting away from it all and then enjoy some wonderful views. And I really feel like we need to preserve this, and that we need to develop more tools to be able to do that. One of the things that the city is working on right now is a GIS project to identify the trails and the open space and the city land that we have available to us. Once we get that done, we can develop more of a vision and a plan for our open space and trail network, make sure that we have the right land, and if we don't, sell some land and buy some other land, and then work on starting to improve these trails and these open space, making sure that we have the connectivity, that we have enough maintenance of this, and that we have some wayfinding and some education to residents that this is available to them so that everybody can enjoy it. The other thing that I would like to see us do once we have an updated open space and trail network plan is to use this in a tool when we're talking about development. Right now, we do use our master transportation plan that way. If a development comes into the city, we look at how it affects the roads on the master transportation plan, make sure that it's either following them or we have a good alternative. And I would love to see us do that with an open space and trail network plan so that we maintain that connectivity and that we continue to have this within our city even as it develops. For the residents, I think that some of the most important things that they can do is when they're on the city's trails and open space, that they make sure that they're respecting them, that they're not damaging them in any way, that they are not, leaving trash behind. This makes it so that if it's on private land, that we continue to have access to it, or even if it's on city land, that it does not become a burden of time and money to the city to maintain these things. They can also participate in improvement projects, either through the city or through the Alliance, to help preserve and improve some of our open spaces. And then public comment is always welcome. We love the idea of having citizens come into our city council meetings and make public comment and express their support for the wildlife and the corridor and the open spaces and trails that we have within the city. This is especially effective when we have a proposal in front of us, a development proposal, and a developer that is working with the city, and that they'll be able to see the enthusiasm and the passion that our residents have for the wildlife corridor and for preserving this. And give them some kudos for helping us out and
Right.
And allowing us to have this corridor and working with us and cooperating with the city and the Alliance.
Well, I think that that's a really good ask.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and answer our questions. I appreciate it and the time you've served.
Well, thank you, and thank you for everything that the Wildlife Alliance does and leading us in the right direction and being able to preserve this area for the wildlife and for the enjoyment of the residents as well.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.